In South Africa, protests against immigrants continue in the capital Pretoria, with sporadic violence reported in some parts of the city. Protesters erected barricades and burned tyres in the Atteridgeville area west of Pretoria. There have also been reports of some shops owned by foreign nationals being looted. The protesters accuse immigrants of stealing job opportunities. The police fired tear gas to disperse the crowds as tensions escalated between the locals and foreign nationals.
In fact, our shops, our business, our properties have been destroyed in location. Now, we suffer, most of our people, even they took our stuff here. And now also they want to come and attack us here in town, of which we can't allow. And we're going to defend ourselves to the last tooth. Because if we heard that they are going to make demonstration to come to make a memorandum to the Home Affairs, we do not do that. Let them come, they must go and meet the Home Affairs officials, okay. But the way they are coming is that they are coming to provoke us. They want to attack us. Of which, even as we are human beings, we're going to defend ourselves.
Tsidi Bishop joins us now from the South African capital, Pretoria. Good to speak to you. So first of all, what sparked these anti-immigrant protests?
It's very hard to tell what sparks anti-immigrant protests, because most of the time there will be an incident in some place that will spread across South Africa. There has been incidents here in Pretoria and others in Johannesburg, in the south of Johannesburg, Rosettenville, where the locals there had accused immigrants of crime, of drug dealing, of prostitution, of kidnapping young girls and keeping them in their homes and feeding them drugs. Here in Pretoria, in Atteridgeville, the residents said they're tired of some of the immigrants getting away with crime. You see, the problem here is that there's no distinction between illegal immigrants and immigrants that are legal, that have permits, that have come to South Africa through right channels.
And has South Africa seen xenophobic violence in the past?
Yes, there have been a lot of violence of this kind. We have seen before the illegal immigrants have been accused not just of drugs or crime, they've been accused of also stealing jobs from locals. You find a lot of immigrants that come to South Africa, especially refugees, they start businesses, they start proper businesses which employ a lot of South Africans. Some of them actually they work in firms in South Africa. Some of them are professionals, but most of them, because they come through channels that aren't correct, it's very hard to distinguish who is doing what. And when they start businesses or they get employed, you find some firms preferring to employ foreign nationals rather than South African nationals, because there are strict labor laws which they believe once they employ foreign nationals, they don't have to stick to, which is something that the Home Affairs Minister on the 23rd spoke strongly about, saying there are quotas of employment. South African firms are strictly have to employ at least 60% of South Africans and 40% of foreigners, but you find a lot of firms deciding and choosing to employ more foreigners rather than South Africans, because they will be paying low salaries and they won't be tracked down by labor courts if they flout those laws.
Thanks for that, Tsidi Bishop, live there for us from Pretoria, South Africa.